Have you ever noticed subtle shifts in your body and wondered whether they're just part of getting older or something more significant? As men age, their bodies undergo a variety of changes. Some are obvious, others are barely noticeable, and one might even be detectable by smell before you see it. These transformations aren't random. They're distinct indicators of how the body evolves over time. In this exploration, we'll uncover four key signs of aging in men, one tied to a unique scent, two that grow larger, and one that diminishes. Some of these changes creep in slowly, while others might catch you off guard when you glance in the mirror. How many of these signs have you noticed in yourself? Stay with us until the end, as you might uncover an explanation for a change you've observed but never quite understood. By the time we're done, you'll have a clearer picture of what's happening to your body and what steps, if any, you can take to address these changes. Let's dive in. Sign number one, the distinct scent of aging. One of the most intriguing signs of aging is a change in how you smell. If you've ever spent time in a senior living facility or around older individuals, you may have noticed a particular odor, not related to hygiene or personal care products, but something deeper, rooted in the body's biology. As men age, their skin undergoes chemical changes that produce a compound called 2-nonenal. This substance, often described as having a grassy, waxy, or slightly stale aroma, emerges due to the breakdown of fatty acids in the skin caused by oxidative stress. Unlike typical body odor, which results from bacteria interacting with sweat, 2-nonenal is more persistent. It clings to the skin and fabrics, resisting removal by standard soaps and shampoos. This explains why some men notice a lingering scent even after a thorough shower. Consider the case of James, a 72-year-old retired accountant. He began noticing that his clothes retained an unusual smell, even after laundering them. His grandson once remarked, "Grandpa, you smell like old books and cedar." At first, James thought it might be his detergent or aftershave, but switching products made no difference. Eventually, he realized the scent was coming from his skin. Research confirms that 2-nonenal production starts in small amounts after age 40, but becomes more pronounced in men in their 70s and beyond. This isn't a sign of poor hygiene, it's a natural byproduct of aging skin, which regenerates more slowly and retains oxidized fatty acids longer than younger skin. The good news? While you can't eliminate 2-nonenal production entirely, you can manage its impact. Specialized soaps formulated to remove excess oils can be more effective at neutralizing this compound than regular body washes. Incorporating antioxidant-rich foods like berries, spinach, and green tea into your diet may help reduce oxidative stress, slowing the process that leads to 2-nonenal buildup. Additionally, because this compound binds to fabrics, washing clothes with baking soda or using odor-neutralizing sprays designed for aging skin can significantly reduce lingering smells. If you've noticed a change in your scent over the years, rest assured it's not your imagination. It's a universal part of aging that every man experiences to some degree. Sign number two, the expanding midsection. A growing waistline is one of the most visible signs of aging in men, and it's not just about indulging in too many desserts or skipping the gym. As men age, their metabolism naturally slows, muscle mass decreases, and hormonal shifts make it easier to accumulate fat, particularly around the abdomen. You may have noticed that even if your diet and activity levels haven't changed much since your 40s or 50s, your belly seems to keep expanding. This is largely due to declining testosterone levels, which reduce the body's ability to maintain lean muscle. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, this loss leads to a slower metabolism, causing excess calories to be stored as abdominal fat more readily than in younger years. Take the example of Henry, a 75-year-old former mechanic who was always slim in his youth. Despite eating roughly the same meals as he did decades ago, he noticed his waistline growing, while his arms and legs appeared thinner. At first, he chalked it up to getting old, but the reality was more complex. His body was redistributing fat, storing more in his midsection, while muscle mass in his limbs declined. This shift isn't just cosmetic, it has serious health implications. Studies show that excess belly fat in older men raises the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Unlike subcutaneous fat stored elsewhere, visceral fat around the abdomen is metabolically active, releasing inflammatory compounds that can elevate blood pressure, disrupt insulin regulation, and contribute to fatigue, joint pain, and sleep issues. So what can you do? Resistance training is one of the most effective ways to preserve muscle mass and keep your metabolism from slowing too much. Exercises like weightlifting or bodyweight movements can help maintain lean tissue. Prioritizing protein-rich foods, such as lean meats, fish, eggs, or legumes, supports muscle maintenance and helps you feel full, making it easier to manage your weight. Reducing intake of processed carbohydrates and sugary foods can also stabilize insulin levels and prevent further fat accumulation. While some belly fat gain is a natural part of aging, letting it spiral unchecked can lead to significant health challenges. If your waistline is expanding despite consistent habits, it's a sign of your body adapting to age-related hormonal changes. And taking action now can make a big difference. If you're finding this information helpful, let me know by commenting number 2 below. Your feedback encourages us to keep delivering valuable insights. Sign number 3, ears that keep growing. You may not notice it immediately, but as you age, your ears are getting bigger. This isn't an illusion. It's a real phenomenon driven by the unique properties of cartilage, the flexible tissue that forms the outer ear. Unlike most tissues that shrink or stabilize with age, cartilage continues to grow throughout life. At the same time, gravity pulls the ears downward, and the surrounding skin loses elasticity, causing them to stretch and appear even larger. Studies estimate that ears grow by about 0.22 millimeters per year, which adds up significantly over decades. By the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, his ears may be noticeably larger than they were in his 20s or 30s. Consider Michael, a 79-year-old retired librarian. While looking through old photos from his college days, he was surprised to see how much smaller his ears appeared. Not only were they larger now, but his earlobes had become longer, thinner, and slightly droopy. This change, while subtle from year to year, becomes striking over time. The growth of ear cartilage is universal, but the stretching effect is amplified by age-related skin changes, such as reduced collagen and elastin production. For some men, larger ears can affect self-confidence, especially if they feel their appearance has changed dramatically. While you can't stop cartilage growth, you can take steps to minimize the drooping effect. Staying hydrated and eating foods rich in collagen-boosting nutrients, like vitamin C-rich fruits and bone broth, may help maintain skin elasticity. Protecting your ears from excessive sun exposure can also slow the breakdown of skin tissue, reducing sagging. For men concerned about thinning or wrinkled earlobes, applying moisturizers or skincare products with vitamins A and E can improve texture and firmness. Ultimately, growing ears are a harmless quirk of aging, much like gray hair or crow's feet. They're a testament to a life well lived and a reminder that your body is always adapting. Sign number 4, shrinking calves. One of the more striking changes men notice as they age is in their legs, particularly the calves. If you've glanced down and realized your once robust calves have lost their shape or size, you're not alone. This is a common sign of aging known as sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. Several factors contribute to this change. First, declining levels of testosterone and growth hormone reduce the body's ability to rebuild muscle tissue. Second, many men become less active over time, even if they remain mobile. Daily walking doesn't engage the calf muscles as intensely as running, jumping, or lifting did in younger years. Finally, changes in the circulatory system reduce blood flow to the lower extremities, further contributing to muscle atrophy. Take William, a 74-year-old former construction worker who spent decades on his feet. In his late 60s, he noticed his calves becoming thinner and less defined. Tasks like climbing stairs or standing from a seated position became more challenging. Initially, he attributed it to aging, but the reality was that inactivity and hormonal changes were causing his muscles to shrink. This loss isn't just cosmetic. Weak calves can impair balance, increase the risk of falls, and slow walking speed, all of which affect mobility and independence. Research shows that men with reduced calf muscle mass are more likely to face difficulties with daily activities as they age. The good news is that muscle loss is one of the most reversible signs of aging. Simple exercises like calf raises, resistance band workouts, or walking uphill can stimulate muscle fibers and improve circulation. Incorporating adequate protein through sources like chicken, tofu, or Greek yogurt supports muscle repair and growth. Regular stretching and balance exercises can also enhance lower body strength and stability. If you've noticed your calves shrinking or feeling weaker, don't dismiss it as inevitable. Taking action now can help you stay strong, mobile, and independent for years to come. If this resonates with you, drop a number 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Final thoughts. Aging is a natural journey, and the 4 signs we've explored, a distinct scent, a growing belly, larger ears, and shrinking calves, are universal markers of how the male body evolves over time. While these changes may feel surprising or even unwelcome, understanding them empowers you to take control of your health and well-being. Whether it's adopting a strength training routine to preserve muscle, adjusting your diet to manage belly fat, or using specialized skincare to address scent changes, small actions can make a significant difference. Aging isn't something to dread. It's an opportunity to embrace your body's story with wisdom and resilience. Which of these signs stood out to you? Have you noticed them in yourself or others? Or are there other changes you've observed that we didn't cover? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it. Your insights inspire us to keep creating content that informs and motivates. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share to support our mission of delivering valuable information. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to connecting with you in the next video.